Welcome, Hoarders. Today to be playing some more Gran Turismo 5. Last episode, what did we do last episode? Oh, yeah, this one that I'm not going to pronounce. Today we're doing the MR Sports Cup, so it's mid-engine, rear-wheel drive vehicles only. I need to see about the settings on my vehicle because I did the one race to get the thumbnail already, and it had a... I think the limited slip differential needs tweaked a little. Because when you gave it gas, it really pulled itself pretty good. Turn that up a little. Acceleration. Turn that down a tiny bit. We should have sport soft tires on this. And we do. So I don't know. Wait, no, not sport soft. Racing soft. We have racing soft on it. Originally, when I bought this car, it only had, what was it, 415 horsepower? Question mark. It now has, as you can see, quite a bit more than that. It has 673 horsepower now. So it's going to be a bit faster than the other, the typical opponent. Because the last time I looked at the list, the highest I saw was 550. And that appears to still be the highest that's on here. So we're a bit more powerful than them, but we're also a heavy car. So it decently evened out. Like, I wasn't ripping past them when I did the thumbnail race. Whenever I do the thumbnail, I usually finish the entire race because might as well get the money for it. Because in this game, it costs like 230 grand to fully upgrade a car, and that's not cheap, especially since there's no more seasonal events in the game. So you have to do it with what you have. We are going to check the used dealership again, the used car dealership. I wanted to do this race with a Jaguar XJ220. I just thought of this because I saw it again. Someone has it on a list, number 10. I wanted the XJ220, but that is not available on the regular car dealership. And I'm probably going to be using the hood view again, just because this car is another one of those ones without an interior. It's unfortunate, but it's an older game now. Do with what you got. Oh, okay, it still slips around a little. I could get a wing for this, like a spoiler, but I wanted to keep the car original. Like, if it had a painted original spoiler, I would have put that on. Oh, it's so slippery on this track. Like, to put the spoiler on, I wanted one that was original. I'm all over the road. Okay. The Hoarder probably would have been a better choice for this. Or no, that's a Zonda, isn't it? Yeah, this game came out before the Hoarder existed, I'm pretty sure. They look very similar to me, though. There's a Lotus Esprit, I think is what that is. I remember watching a Top Gear where James May had I think it was yellow or silver. He was using one of those off-roading, which was not a great idea. Come on, Betsy. Okay, at least it's 5 laps. So, they're making this decently competitive for me. I'm gonna try not to rush, though. Because if I rush to get this guy in first place, I'm gonna go way too fast and probably wreck. Oh. It's like driving on ice. I think next episode we have to do the Historic Racing Cup. I'm gonna definitely need something that has like good aerodynamics, because there's no way that I'm going to be able to go really, really fast on this course. I'm pretty sure I tried that cup with the Shelby Cobra, and it was difficult. I think that's one of the only ones in this league that I have yet to beat, but I haven't tried it since I think 2011 was the date. So that's pretty far back. Because I looked a couple episodes back what the last car was that I bought, and it said 2011, I'm pretty sure. No, it might have been later than that, actually. Now that I think of it, because I'm pretty sure I bought the game in 2012. So it couldn't have been 2011 then. Because I bought my first PS3 right after Modern Warfare 3 came out. Because I got Modern Warfare 3 and Gran Turismo 5 and Skyrim. They were my first 3 games. Like, that's what I got with the console. I remember the first time I played this game, too, I was like, this is impossible to drive. Because I was so used to, like, GTA San Andreas, where you could go extremely fast and make turns and stuff. But you can't do that on here, obviously, because this is a simulator, not a arcade game. A little too carried away there. I would at some point like to get one of the newer, like the Forza Horizon game, just because there's so many great cars that they have on there. And as far as I could tell, a lot of customization and stuff. So if I could get into that, I probably will. But I don't know, do you have to have online? Like, I don't have Xbox Live. I do have an Xbox One, but I don't have Xbox Live. I still can't believe I put the money down for that and still got, like, I barely ever play it. Almost never. The last time I even played it, if you check around on my channel, last time I ever played it was when the demo for Forza Horizon came out. Actually, yeah, that is the last time I played it. because I was thinking there for a second. I was like, didn't I play one of the Call of Duty series on it? No, I played it on the Xbox 360. But Xbox in general, I don't touch very often. But there's some exclusive games like Forza Horizon that I'd be interested in playing on the channel. But let's head on to the next race. Okay, on the second race now. This is the one that I did the thumbnail in. It wasn't that difficult, but there were a couple turns where it was a bit iffy. I think it was like the last two turns. I was like, okay, that's not great. See, I did think about using the Lamborghini Miura, but I ended up going with the Countach just because it had more power. Like, this has more power stock, I'm pretty sure, than the Countach had maxed out. But it's also newer, so there is that. But this is also the 25th anniversary edition. This isn't the original. I had the original, but it had less power than this stock. So I went again with the one with more power. Look at this chump. Slowpoke. Oh my god, this thing's going quick. And loud. Okay. Kinda gotta baby this car when you're driving it. Me and Brian the other day tried recording a couple episodes of this new game. I forget what it's called, actually. It was the same people who made Until Dawn, and it's the same type of game. You gotta make decisions and stuff like that. And obviously it was a horror game, but the thing with the game that was strange was that when I was recording it, it kept fucking up my HD PVR. Like, me and Brian were joking about it. I'm like, it's, the game itself is haunted. I don't know if, obviously I don't believe ghosts and all that shit, but it was just strange because it happened 3 or 4 times. Like, it would just pause the recording for absolutely no reason, and that never happens. I'm wondering if the frame rate on the game was a weird frame rate or something, because what would happen is I use a pause capture, because that's the capture program that goes with my capture card, and it just, like, I'd look back every once in a while, and the screen would be frozen. Like, it would be recording, but it would be stuck on a frame. And it was so incredibly annoying, because I was like, this is a pretty new game, and I wanted to play it, and I wanted to do episodes on it, and I gave up like halfway through the game on recording it because it just wouldn't work. So what I ended up doing was me and Brian beat the entire game in one night. It was only like 4.5 hours, I think is what it was, to beat the game. But you really can't like speed run it. There's no way to really speed run it because it's mostly cutscenes. It's like watching a movie. But me and Brian are gonna play through it again, but this time what happened was we ended up with 2 people that survived. We couldn't quite figure out how to get everyone to survive our first time through it, so we're going to try going through it a second time. But we'll probably make the same decisions that we made at the very beginning of the game. That doesn't really affect anything. So there were a couple dumb things that happened. And I was basically... Well, one of Brian's characters died right at the end. Because the game, like, froze for a second. And it didn't give him enough time to, like, press the button to dodge. So he got killed in the game, and it was stupid. Because otherwise, he had time to press the button, but the way that the game, like, froze and then it cut ahead, like, 4 seconds. Like, it lagged really bad at that spot, and it just fucked up everything. So there's that. But we're gonna... I have an idea this time. This time, I'm not gonna use a pause capture. I'm just going to stream and record the game at the same time. It'll still be using the same capture card, but it won't be using the same program. And if I stream it, as long as the capture card doesn't mess up while streaming, I'll have the entire footage. And plus, it would be a fun stream to do, but the only thing is that I don't like about streaming when recording something is that I have to ignore people because I'm making a video out of it. And I don't want, like, to be talking in the video in, like, say stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be, like, shouting out people and, like, talking to them while in a recording because it won't make sense to whoever's watching it post-recording. If that makes any sense. But now, let's head on to our last race, which is a 2-lapper. Okay. I'm actually still thinking of what car I'm going to want to use for the next race series, because I already know I'm going to have quite a bit to do on there. And I'm not great on this track, so we'll see. It's only 2 laps, though. Thank God. Originally, with, like, the last episode that I did on this track, the one where I ended up using the Viper, I originally was going to use the old Dodge Challenger. Thanks, asshole. I was going to use the old Dodge Challenger, 1970 Challenger on it. And I just kept fucking up on this one turn over and over. So I was like, I gotta switch cars. This thing's not working. I will say, once I get on this straight stretch, these guys are fucked. Okay, is the bend in it or not? That's what I need to know. Well, it's probably not that important to know this time compared to last time, because last time I didn't have the driving line on, so we'll probably do a bit better this time. But like I said, if I didn't have to swap around racing games so often, I would leave the racing line off. Like, if this was the only racing game I was playing, I would leave it off, because I would be so used to this game. But switching back and forth between this, my summer car, Car Mechanic Simulator, Gran Turismo Sport, currently Ford Racing 3, I believe is what it is. That is for a future video. But I have to beat that game first to do the video. It's gonna be like an angry video game nerd-esque video, I guess, with real feeling behind it. It's basically, I don't want to like give away the entire thing, but it's basically about how a good game from console got converted into DS, like the old DS Lite and all that stuff. And they absolutely ruined the game in every way, shape, and form. Like, they made the game terrible. And that's basically what the video is about. There's some key points that I need to write down so I don't forget it, because I have to beat the DS version and the PlayStation 2 version of Ford Racing 3 before I do the video, and the DS one's I'm probably not gonna beat that. I'm probably gonna just do like regular key points on it, but it's so hard to, that game is so difficult on DS. It's actually pretty difficult on PlayStation, if I'm completely honest. Just the way everything handles on it is just bad. Be nice if I wasn't slipping around all the time. Okay, we got this weird dip. Okay. Don't brake too hard, because I don't want to be slip sliding away. Of course, I have to throw fucking song lyrics in. Hey, hey. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. We're good. Just gotta keep tapping the brakes. Give a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Okay, going downtown. Fucking lightning speed. Good through there. We're about halfway done with our second lap. This road gets bouncy in this car. I really didn't realize it was this bouncy. Also, the chassis on this car is pretty fucked. I was gonna fix it, but I was like, I'm not putting another $91,000 into fixing this car up. I did an oil change because I had to. I washed it. I was like, might as well, even though it wasn't that dirty. And then I just did regular. I did weight reduction on it, and then I added power to it. And I had to put good tires on it, because there was no way. Like, the way this slips right now, with sports soft, or racing soft on it, there's no way I was going to be able to do this with comfort tires. Absolutely no way. So I was like, I'd rather spend the 30 grand on tires for it also, just to be on the safe side. I will say that the changing the limited slip differential on this definitely changed it a bit, but nothing too dramatic. Brake, 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 brake. Still brake. This is the turn where I'd always mess up with the 1970 Challenger. It would just slide a lot. It was the race version of it too. Wasn't the regular one. I might end up using the Challenger for like one of the really long races. If I do them. I still don't think I'll ever do the 24-hour ones or anything like that. Because that's so much driving. Okay, on the final straight. Got him. Oh wow, I had some decently consistent laps until I realized that I only did 2 laps. Yeah, those were decently long laps also. We're almost back up to 500,000. So we're almost making as much money as we're spending. Almost, not quite. But I want to see. I'm pretty sure for the Historic Cup, it has to be something pre-1970. I think. I don't know. It's only 2 races, though, and I haven't gotten first in either one of them. Cool. I should actually go back. Typical opponent. Okay, so we're looking at 788 horsepower. Oh my god. Okay, so that's the Toyota 7 race car. But what are the requirements? Okay, 1979 or earlier. Okay, so we can go a little bit newer, but 788 horsepower. See, I only had 706 when I was doing it. So I'm gonna have to that 766 is a lot better as far as getting closer to the goal, but come on, 788? Do I even have anything in the upper 700s other than that one Challenger? That could work, but I know that car slips around a lot. 69 horsepower, yeah. That's 4.2. Wow. Wow, I'm gonna need something powerful. That might work. That would be a good choice, too, because I haven't used the Chevelle yet. The Chevelle might have to be the way I go with this, honestly. Because that 800 and what? 831? Yeah, 831 horsepower in this bad boy. And I don't think I've ever even raced it. Did I? It'll say, yeah, I raced it. I did 1 win with it, though. That's a lot of horsepower to be fucking with. Is this stock? If this is stock, this is one OP vehicle. Okay, it is not stock. However, what I think I'm gonna do is before I record the next episode is without a doubt I'm going to try to win one of these 2 races. I have to win one before I even do the video because there's no way I'm going to sit around and just keep losing and losing and losing. Because the best I got so far was 12th place, which is not good. But as you can see, I still got first in every race after this. Just not this one. So I don't know, you might have to have a really good vehicle for it. But I think I had my heart set on using the 1966 AC Cobra. Um, but it's not an easy vehicle to drive. Like back then, I was like, I want to use this vehicle, I'm using it. I don't care if it's not fast enough. Now I'm like, yeah, I definitely have to pick something better. Shit, I don't have enough money for it. I want the XJ220. And it's the right... No, I want it silver, not fucking green. So we're looking 1979 and earlier. I don't think they have that many old cars. La 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 da 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 da. The Cosmo Sport? What is it? I don't think this is going to be fast, though. Oh my good God. It's ugly and beautiful at the same time. That's a long-ass trunk. Okay. I have that. This might be a good idea. Oh, no, it won't. It's $13,000. But could I... Hear me out. It's probably really light. I'm gonna buy it. If this works, I will lose my mind. But that's probably going to be it for this episode. Next episode, I'm going to do as much as I can to win that race. I really don't know what else I can do other than get a vehicle with a massive amounts of horsepower. I would like to have more horsepower than 788, but I think I'm going to have to spend like 10 million for that. And I really don't want to spend $10 million on a car. Even more importantly, I don't want to earn 10 million. 10 million in this game takes a long time. But that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click one of my previous, next, and related videos. And don't forget to check out my other social medias in the description down below.